Chris didn't bother to listen. He shoved past the psychiatrist into the office. "I wasn't going to do it," he muttered. "Excuse me?" Chris lifted his face contorted with pain. "I wasn't going to do it." Dr. Feinstein closed the office door and sat down across from Chris. "You're upset," he said. "Take a minute to calm down." He waited patiently for Chris to take several deep breaths, then sit up in his chair. "Now," the psychiatrist said, satisfied, "tell me what happened." "They had a memorial for Emily at school today," Chris said. "It was totally lame, with these flowers and whatever." "Is that what upset you?" "No," Chris said. "They had me go up to the stage and, speak. And everyone was looking at me like I was supposed to know exactly how to make it better, what to say. Because I was there and I wanted to do what Emily did, so I should have been able to explain what happened to make us want to commit suicide." He snorted. "Like a frickin' Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. Hi, my name's Chris and I wanted to kill myself." "Maybe this was their way of telling you that you're important to them." "Yeah, right," Chris sneered. "Most of the kids spent the assembly throwing spitballs." "What else happened?" Chris bowed his head. "They wanted me to talk about Emily. A eulogy kind of thing. And I opened my mouth and I cracked up." "Cracked up?" I laughed. I fucking laughed. "Chris, you've been under an extraordinary amount of stress," Dr. Feinstein said. "I'm sure that when people—" "Don't you get it?" Chris exploded. "I laughed. It was this little mock funeral and I laughed." Dr. Feinstein leaned forward. "Sometimes very strong emotions cross over with each other. I've been depressed, upset, grieving." Chris stood, began to pace. "Take your pick. Am I upset that Emily died? Yeah, every damn minute, every damn breath I take. But everyone thinks I'm a basket case, one turn away from slicing open my own wrists. Everyone thinks I'm waiting for the right opportunity to try and kill myself again. The whole school thinks it. They expect me to have a breakdown, probably right at the podium. And my mum thinks it, and even you think it, don't you?" Chris glared at the doctor and took a step forward. "I'm not going to kill myself. I'm not suicidal. I was never suicidal." "Not even that night?" "No," Chris said, "not even that night." Dr. Feinstein nodded slowly. "Well, why did you say you were at the hospital?" "Because I fainted, and then I woke up and the cops were standing over me holding the gun." He closed his eyes. "I got scared, so I said the first thing that made sense. If you weren't going to kill yourself, why did you have a gun?" Chris sank down on the floor, his muscles giving out. "I got it for Emily. Because she did want to kill herself, and I thought He dropped his head. "I thought that I could stop her. I figured that I'd be able to talk her out of it long before we got to that point. I'm tired of pretending. I wasn't going there to kill myself. I was going there to save her." Tears ran unchecked over his cheeks, soaking the front of his shirt. "Except I didn't save her."